Hey, it's Niamh of the Stay at Home Family, and this week we are talking all about freedom. Here's something that's really interesting. Freedom means different things to different people, and yet it's something every single person on the planet wants. We want to feel like we are in charge of our life, we are in charge of our destiny, and we are free to do, to choose, to be who we want to be. And what's really interesting is as you start to dig into the topic of freedom, you realize that freedom is not equal to money. So having a lot of money does not give you freedom. What gives you freedom is having a lot of choices. So if, for example, you are in a job that pays you $500,000 a year, like that's a lot of money. What couldn't you do with $500,000 a year? Well, you couldn't spend, 24 hours a day at home with your family, probably, if you were in a job that was giving you that amount of money. You couldn't go on a vacation at the drop of a hat. There's all these things you couldn't do. So freedom is not necessarily equal to having a lot of money. It's also not equal to having a lot of time. You can be unemployed and be able to do absolutely nothing because you have no money. So freedom is having an abundance of the things that will allow you to do what it is you want to do. It's not having a ton of money. It's not necessarily having a ton of time. It's not necessarily having an abundance of anything. It's having all of the things in place and making decisions that allow you to be free. What's interesting is you can choose freedom right now. And I don't mean like you can work towards your freedom. I mean like right now, today, you can choose to find pockets of freedom in your life so that then you can expand upon them. And when you start to do that, you'll find more and more ways to do it, and you'll start to find yourself being more deliberate in your hunt for freedom. A lot of it is letting go of the things that you're worrying about and finding those pockets where you don't have to worry, you don't have to be concerned, you can just be yourself. And we're going to dig in this week on the different types of freedoms, how to cultivate time freedom, how to cultivate freedom from what other people are doing and saying around you, how to cultivate financial freedom, how to cultivate locational freedom, like once we weren't in jobs anymore, we were free to move somewhere absolutely beautiful. And it didn't cost us any more in a budget because we had freedom from a location where everyone else had to be within commuting distance of good jobs. So there's things like that. There's ways that you can create freedoms in your life right now if you're willing to crack open your mind a little bit. So every day you're going to see a little video from me on my channel about different types of freedom. You're also going to have the chance to go and visit Rebel TV, which is the group of online entrepreneurs that I'm a part of. Our mission in Rebel TV is actually to create the most successful team of entrepreneurs in the history of online marketing. So a lot of what we're doing is sharing tips on entrepreneurship, but also on just cultivating freedom, on being more free, on finding more people who will vote for, root for you and doing that. So you'll be able to really think about and dig into these topics throughout the week. So I'd encourage you to subscribe to the YouTube channel so that you can be part of the short videos I will do on my thoughts on the topic, and make sure that you're checking out Rebel TV. There's a link for that below here so that every day at 3 p.m. Eastern, you can check in live with a group of really incredible entrepreneurs who will show you how they are creating freedoms in multiple ways in their life all the time. And it's actually so much more simple than people make it. You can have freedom right now today, but you do need to be watching the videos, keeping up and seeing what's going on with the Rebels, with me, and learning more about creating freedom in your life. And obviously I will be touching on what for most people is the ultimate one, which is financial freedom. So I appreciate you. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you go and bookmark Rebel TV and come back to us every day this week at 3 p.m. Eastern. All right, see you there. And here is to your freedom.